All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a late night episode of Gridiron Uncensored podcast. We're doing a live version for some week zero previews. Just Trevor and I tonight. Blake's got some obligations with the fam, so he did send us in his picks, and he'll jump in when we get some more or when we do our next episode. Right now, only showing one person in. No big deal. We're just gonna run with it. Again, it's live, but you can rewatch it on our YouTube page for those that listen on Spotify or whatever. This doesn't really affect you, I guess. But either way, we appreciate you guys joining, and we're gonna, like I said, talk a little week zero tonight. Football's here, guys. We're ready.
Heck yeah!
I'm already pre-gaming on a little ranch water. Yes, my straw is weird, but that's all I could find at the moment. But I will take a sip. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, that's good.
And I'm sitting here drinking coffee, so whatever.
Hey, man, you got to kick it up.
Gotta do what you got to do.
Getting old, getting late. But yeah, so obviously, like you said, week zero's here. Starts tomorrow. I'm excited. Even watching the preview, the intro to the show always gets me going.
Every time.
So it's here, guys. It's freaking here. Let's go ahead, I guess, Trevor, and get into week zero. Four slates of games. It's not a bad little mix up. You get some FCS action, get some eyes on them. Even the group of 5 teams, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, these are teams that need to get that exposure. So I like week zero. People say they don't like it, they think it's stupid. Week zero, yeah, sure. Like week zero doesn't make any sense. Like it's week 1 extended, whatever, but just be happy there's freaking football on.
And honestly, there's a couple of good games. I mean, at Florida State, Georgia Tech, SMU, Nevada, even Hawaii. Like, I'm interested to see who Hawaii is. And New Mexico, they're coming off a disappointing end of their season. So we're going to see if they kick it off right out the gate.
Yeah, it's exciting for football fans, and especially as they deem them, the sickos that love to watch any game, and they'll stay up till 1 a.m. Kickoff. It don't matter what time we're watching, and that's how that Hawaii game is going to be too. That's a late game.
It's going to be a late one.
But we'll be right there watching.
Playing NCAA.
Yeah,
playing some college football 25.
It's prepared us for this moment. Oh my gosh. But either way, let's go ahead and get into these games. I've got them in a different order than on the picture than what we're actually going to talk about them, but it's still there. You can see it. It doesn't really matter. The lines have shifted, by the way, from the last time I looked on ESPN, from when the graphic was made, and a couple of them have shifted pretty decently. Hawaii is now what I'm tracking 40 and a half point spread. It was at 39. SMU's at 27 point spread. And then you've got Montana State is at 14 point spread now over New Mexico. So that's jumped a pretty decent amount. So let's go ahead. Let's talk Hawaii and Delaware State, Trevor. Delaware State, they've already had a rough start to the week. I know every news station's covered it, but they've had issues with travel. Yes, they've missed a bus, or the bus missed them or something. I'm not exactly sure. But it happened, and they arrived late to Hawaii. So that's already, they're dealing with the time change from flying to Hawaii. Now they're dealing with, travel issues. And plus they're going up a tough task, FCS playing, any FBS team. That's always tough. But they feel that they can, at least go, and blow for blow with them for a little while and maybe even pull off an upset. They don't care what the spread is. So we're going to see how this plays out with Delaware State, and how does Timmy Chang and this Hawaii team, that's their 3rd year, how do they come in after, it's been rough there, man. It's been tough sledding.
It has been tough sledding, but they did finish the season kind of strong. I mean, don't get me wrong, they got whooped on against Wyoming and San Jose State, but I mean, they beat Nevada, they beat Air Force, and they beat Colorado State to end their season. As far as 3 of the bigger wins. So I mean, I'd be optimistic if I was Hawaii, at least. I mean, but yeah, I'm more curious on if they're gonna what jerseys they're gonna wear. But that's just me.
Hey, me, I'm a jersey guy. I'm a uniform
I know
guy.
you are.
I like what they rock out there, man. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this team, plays in year 3. I'm curious to see how Schrager does at quarterback. And for me, I want to see them come out and just blow this game apart. I want them to go and beat the spread. I want them to go to town on this team. I feel bad for Delaware State if you catch it like that, but it is what it is, man. Go out, Hawaii, show something. You want to go to a bowl game this year? Show us what you got. I know it's an FCS team, but you start off hot early. That might give you some life for the rest of the season, man.
Absolutely. I mean, 100%. Hawaii has a lot to prove, I feel like, this season, and I think they need to come out of the gates swinging, regardless of who their opponent is. It doesn't really matter that it's Delaware State. It doesn't matter that they're having travel issues. That Hawaii, every game is your own, like, game by game. You just got to win each game.
Yeah.
And I will be disappointed if they do not clear this spread. I think that they should clear the spread, but if they don't, then I feel like that doesn't bode well for their chances going forward. Because I think that the Mountain West in general is very much improved this year.
Yeah, Mountain West is a very tough conference when you look at it head to toe, and people overlook the Group of 5 all the time.
Yeah.
And I know we're not like aficionados on all the Group of 5 teams. We mostly do the Power 4. We do cover, some of the Group of 5 conversation. But when you look at it and you do some research on it, this is a solid conference. So don't be surprised to see, how improved it is. Like you said, likes of UNLV, Fresno State, even though they lost a coach. Of course, Boise State. So how does Hawaii step off on this game, and how does that lead them into the rest of that Mountain West schedule? Obviously, you can see our picks are up there. We've all picked Hawaii. Trevor, I'm curious. Do you think they beat the spread?
No,
I know it's moved again. It's moved from 39 to 40.5. Do you think they cover, or is it?
I don't think they'll cover. I don't think they'll cover.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Every part of me
their
wants to
offense
say
wasn't
will.
proficient last year. I just feel like that. While the spread is, I feel like the spread is a little ridiculous, but
It's
I mean,
a big one.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a bit ridiculous. But
hey, look,
that being said, all more power to them if they do cover, but I just don't think they will.
I'm riding with them to do it. I think I want to see Schrager and them. I just, like I said, deep shots, man. Just hit them. Just go to town, man. Let it loose, work out the kinks, and just have fun with it. So that's what I'm going for. Delaware State. I don't really see them scoring over 10. I know they've got some FCS like preseason All-American types. They've got some transfers coming in that they're excited about, but I just don't know if they're going to have the ability to keep it close. Maybe the first quarter, and then after that, done from there. But I don't know. I'm cool with whoever wins. I just want to see a good game. But I do think Hawaii ends up covering, and Trevor says no to the cover. He's taking the
cover.
All right, let's move on, and let's talk some Montana State and New Mexico, because this one we as you can see on the graphic there, we've got some difference of opinion. And look, Montana State comes in. It's now a 14-point spread. It was, when I wrote this down, 11.5. So the line has shifted. That's never a great sign. Somebody knows something. But again, Vegas doesn't always get it right. So just ask Oregon last year. Damn, did I do that? Sorry. I had to bring up those memories. But Montana State, New Mexico, I think it's an interesting matchup. Montana State had a really solid offense last year, one of the best in the FCS. The quarterback coming in, when I was reading, because again, we're not FCS guys, don't know too much about them. But what I've read up is that, their quarterback, Malott, I believe is how it's pronounced, Tommy Malott. He split some time last year, but he still came in and he had a solid season running the ball, especially. But he had 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the amount of time that he did play. So to me, that shows that's pretty solid. You go in against New Mexico, that's had some issues. That might be why you have a 2 touchdown spread. Trevor, what do you think on this game? I know you're a New Mexico guy. I like
I
their
am a New
uniform,
Mexico guy. I
but you're
am,
a
and I
college
picked them to
football. You're
win.
invested in college football 25 too.
I
You
am.
picked
I
that
am
team, baby.
vested, and I really, really, most people, maybe some people like that listen here don't know him, but I know him, and I want to see some Devin Dampier play.
Yeah.
I want to see the sophomore play. I think he's got some skills. I don't know if he's actually going to be named the starter because there is a senior quarterback on the roster, so we'll just kind of see how that plays out. But I think Devin gives New Mexico the best chance to win with his feet, with his arm. I just like I like the intangibles that he has for the Lobos. But yeah, I hope they play him. That'd be great.
Yeah. And I messed up earlier. I was talking about Malai. I meant to say about Dampier. I think he had a solid season last season too in reserve time as well. So we'll see.
Yep, he did.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what they come out and do. Obviously, the world's against them right now, and the Vegas is obviously against them. So I'm curious to see how they come out. And again, show something. Stand up for your conference. Go hit this team in the mouth. Everybody's saying, hey, you can't do it. Let's see what you got early on. Really, I just want to see this game. I think it's going to be a shootout type. Defenses might be damned. I don't know. But if both of these offenses, because New Mexico's got some solid returning production. So I mean, if they can go toe to toe with each other, I just want to see blow after blow and touchdown after touchdown. How this one, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
I still think that the Lobos are gonna cover the spread easily and then clear it.
You're going for the outright win.
Outright. 100% outright. Yep.
Hey, I don't know, man. With the spread shifting to 14, I'm still rocking with my pick in Montana State. I think the offense just might be too much, but we'll see. We will see. I want to see New Mexico do good this year too.
I'm definitely gonna be curious on who the starting quarterback is in this game. I really am curious.
Yeah, I think it'll be Dampier. It should be.
It should be. But they do have a senior quarterback on the roster. So
yeah.
So I don't know.
Hey,
a lot of questions, not a lot of answers.
Well, the great thing is we're going to get a lot of answers tomorrow, and
it is
again
fantastic.
Ready for it to be here. Let's jump into the next game. SMU Nevada. That game is currently at a 27 point spread, and like I said earlier, it was at 25, so that's another line that shifted. And look, this SMU team I think is strong, and they've got dark horse, conversations going on about them in the ACC. First year there, it's because they have a strong quarterback at Preston Stone. They've got returning cast all around him. This team feels confident in what they have, and I think Nevada needs to watch out because they could be a butt whooping early. But I mean, I don't know, Trevor. What do you think about SMU and this new conference and just what they bring to the table?
Well, I love SMU. One, I love what they're doing. I love that they said F you to the ACC. Hey, we'll come in. We'll pay our way for the next 5 years. No big deal. We don't want no money from you guys.
Yeah.
And then they turned right around and raised $150 million and be like, let's go. Let's friggin' go.
The money cannons, man.
I love it. I love it. But as far as the team goes, I'm super excited to see honestly, Nevada's not a huge challenge for the SMU team. I feel like SMU is they did a great job in the offseason of building their team to compete in the ACC. They did a phenomenal job. Whoever actually did it, I don't know. Like if it was just the coaching staff or was it all the boosters in it? So we'll see what happens. But SMU is a team that I am very, very excited about. More so on the defensive side of the ball with Elijah Roberts returning. He had 10 sacks last year. The Mustangs recorded like 47 sacks last year. One of the top, they were the second nationally, according to this, what I'm reading here, in sacks last year. And last year, also, Nevada allowed 41 sacks. So
Yeah,
I'm just
there you go.
saying.
Weigh it out.
I'm
Hey,
just
look,
saying. I'm
they're
not
gonna get
saying it's
after
going to
him.
happen. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
might happen.
They're gonna get out after him, and like SMU returned 78% production from last season.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
like I said, the defense is, we talked about the offense and what they have. Want to see what, quarter or running back steps up. But defense they're looking to be the ones to lead the team. They want to be the talking point for SMU. So I'm really interested to see this team not only in this game, get out there, shut up the noise, whatever you're at Nevada, silence the crowd, go out there and do it early, and then just walk it home, man. Nevada wise, though, that's one I'm curious to see, defensively how they hold up. They've got some players on the edge that I've been looking at, and linebacker too. I think they're going to be solid, but I don't know if it's enough, especially the defensive backfield or even offensively what they have. It depends on their quarterback play for Nevada, and then wide receiver core. Cortez Brom comes in from West Virginia, and he didn't really get much time last year with Virginia, but he looks to be the lead receiver, for Nevada. So, what does he bring to the table? Is he a really solid option, the number one wide receiver? It seems like it. So just how it pairs, but I just don't think they're going to have enough to just hang with SMU. This SMU team's good, and you guys shouldn't overlook SMU if you're in the ACC either.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people are talking about NC State a lot as being a
Mhm.
dark horse, but I'm telling you, SMU, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people, including two teams that we'll be talking about here in a second.
Hey, that's yeah, that's true. Obviously, you see our picks. We all went SMU. We all like SMU and what they bring. I think we all said they could be dark horse candidates for the ACC when we did our previews. But we've talked a lot of football this offseason. So if I remember wrong, forgive me.
I can't
But
remember, actually.
yeah, my brain's fried. Hey, if you guys want to see our previews on any of the conferences, we've done every single team in the Power Four. We've done about 15 teams to 20 teams in the group of 5. So go check those out. They're all on our YouTube, easy to find. Just go check it out. Let's go ahead, Trevor, and jump on to the main game of the night or of the day.
Yes.
Excuse me. It's 11 o'clock tomorrow. Florida State, Georgia Tech in Ireland. This is part of that thing where they're pushing teams overseas. I don't mind it. I know some people hate it. I think it's neat. But again, for the fans, you're like, am I really going to travel to Ireland? Some people will, but for the
they got them
most
deep
part, they're not doing
pockets.
it.
If they got them deep pockets,
shit, that's for sure. Hey, man, I don't
God
know. All
bless.
power to them if they do, because it would be a coolest trip. But either way, Georgia Tech, Florida State. What are your thoughts on this one? It's currently, from what I saw, it's at 10.5 point spread. That one hasn't moved from when I did the graphic. I think it's been fluctuating 10.5 and 11.
Man, I'll tell you what, this is gonna, I mean, honestly, for me at least, this is a story about the quarterbacks. Honestly,
Yep.
quarterback play in this game is going to be huge on both sides. You got DJ Ukulele, DJU, and I was reading an article stating that this is the first time in his long college tenure that he has left the country.
Interesting.
I was just reading that actually on ESPN, is that they were talking about it, and they were stating that DJ this will be his first time traveling out of the country.
All right, cool.
So I was just like, okay, cool. Hey,
yeah.
good on. Hey. In my head, I'm just like, well, this could present a different scenario for me.
Well,
I still picked FSU, but I was just like, well, wait a minute.
Hey, especially going to Ireland, man. That you got to be on lockdown though if you're in football. It's all business, but it'd be hard not to want to go to the pubs and stuff. But man, I don't know. It's an interesting little stat, but yeah, I agree with you. Quarterback play, obviously, can DJU settle in early?
Yeah.
That's one of my main notes, and that one of my things for
and
the
then Haynes King,
yeah,
for the Yellow Jackets. I mean, he
Absolutely.
had a pretty decent season last year, and I'm just curious on how the Yellow Jackets progress this second year of doing this new offensive scheme that they've been doing. Or wait, no, is it the second season or third that they've
I
been
think
doing
they're in
this?
third. Yeah,
With the spread and everything like that.
yeah, I think I'm excited to see this season for Georgia Tech offensively. Defensively, though, they fired their whole entire coaching staff. Remember,
Mhm.
and so that's where it's like a huge issue. Is okay, you lost a lot of guys in the portal, but we talked about that in
Yep.
the preview. A lot of his depth guys, not necessarily big, big name starters, whatever. But you
Right.
did bring in some people from the portal that look pretty solid too.
Right.
So you've got some replacement. How will they step up against a really strong offensive line at Florida State? Because this Florida State team feels like they're ready to go for the playoffs this year, and
Yeah.
they want that, especially after what happened last season. This team is ready to go. They think DJU's is going to be just fine. He's going to be the answer to get them there, and they like the rest of their team. They're loaded with talent.
Yeah.
Let's not joke about this FSU roster.
Yeah.
It's just how do they gel, and does DJU, can he get over that 60% mark in passer completion percentage? That was my thing when I've talked about with one of our longtime listeners, was why am I maybe a little lower on them not winning the conference? And I want to see DJU get over that hump. Show me a little bit more in the completion percentage rate, but I think he's got intangibles to do it. And this is a good team he's on, so he's got a good supporting cast. Well, what do you think? Somebody I didn't even realize we had comments. 16 comments.
It's just Jacob.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jacob. My bad. I'm in the zone. I'm out of zone. He's in the
zone.
Zone. Yeah, I said it.
But no, yeah, Jacob just commented FSU by 21, and all I said was no.
Okay,
but
we'll
I actually don't think it'll
be
that. I don't think it'll be that lopsided. Honestly, I don't. That being said, Haynes King, he had 16 interceptions. Honestly, if he can play, yeah, I know, right? Man,
sorry, I had to bring it up.
Yeah, I know.
It's a live show, man. It's a live.
But yeah, no, it's true though.
Go ahead.
But it's all about right. It's all about mistake-free football. So if you can protect the football, even just limited to one maybe turnover, because it's bound to happen. First game of the season, you're in a foreign country. You had to do all this traveling to get here. I feel like the first quarter might be a little messy. I'm just thinking, I'll just kind of thought out loud. Like I feel like both teams might be a little not so like together.
Yeah.
If you want to say it that way. But I do think Florida State will win. I just think it'll be closer than what certain people think.
Yeah, I'm curious because last year, they faced off early against LSU, and there was a lot of back and forth. Oh, LSU's going to, hammer them. FSU doesn't have what it takes. And then FSU went out and they choked them out in the second half. Like LSU lost the will to live. So I'm curious to see if FSU just goes out there and just chokes them out early. Can they go out there and Jacobs changed his scores 24-0 because of what I'm saying. Hey, listen, I just make the point. You guys judge them. But no, I'm really curious to see if it's, maybe sloppy early and then, they lock it down, or Florida State comes out firing. But for Georgia Tech, again, for me, it's defense. Offense, I don't think they're going to have problems. Defensively, it's what do you bring to the table from last year, and how well do you mesh in the new system? And can you stop the run game? If you can't stop this run game from Florida State, it's over, and it's going to be over early. And I know Florida State's got some good guys coming in from Alabama. Who steps up at running back for Florida State? So there's a lot of questions that, a lot of things, again, are going to get answered. But Georgia Tech, I've got keys to victory for Georgia Tech. Score early, stop the run, stay on schedule. Don't get behind the sticks. Keep it short and manageable on third down. Florida State, don't turn the ball over. Don't let this Georgia Tech team's hungry. Don't turn it over and run the damn ball. Run the damn football.
Don't ruin your season in week 0. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Jeez, if it happens, I'm telling you this, it's going to be.
It's going to throw a monkey wrench into everybody's predictions.
Yeah, you might as well burn out a lot of playoff brackets. And and the fans, God help them if that happens.
Oh my God,
Especially after how last
their
weekend
heads
ended.
will start spinning.
Yeah, so we'll see. Some people again say FSU by 24 or more. The spread again is at 10.5. I think it's going to be close to that spread.
I think my initial thought was 2 scores. They might win by 2 scores.
Yeah, I
meaning
think
2 touchdowns. Sorry, 2 touchdowns. 14 is what I think.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think it's going to be close until probably mid third, and then I think FSU pulls away. Defensively, I just don't think Georgia Tech has enough to handle it. But offensively, if it gets a shootout going, it could go. I mean, it could get ugly. I don't know. I like Haynes King. I think he did really really good last year for what they're dealing with. Another year in the system.
Yep.
I like what they're working with. Don't sleep on Tech. But hey, that's our thoughts. Again, we showed. I think we all picked Florida State. I know a couple guys that we work with on Twitter. They're picking the upset early, so we're gonna see what happens. And again, that's your 11 o'clock Central kickoff for you weirdos on the East Coast. That's your noon kickoff. Imagine waiting till noon. That sucks. Central time's the best, baby. Maybe Mountain solid too, but either way. Again, check out our picks there, and then of course you can go and listen to this if you're listening on podcast sites and you're not watching us tonight on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Trevor, anything else about week 0? Again, it's pretty short, cut to the point. I know.
Yeah. Where it's a little teaser before the main course next weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, boys. It's coming, and get ready for it. It's happening early. I've got buffalo chicken cheese dip ready to go in the morning. So it's happening. You got to do it.
Absolutely.
Beer's ready too. Well, guys, again, thank you for listening. I know probably went a little long-winded tonight, but whatever. We're just bullshitting. And like I said, tequila gets to me sometimes. So I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you around. Stay tuned for the follow-up show on this one. Trevor, we'll see you around.
Take care, guys. Later.
All right. We're out.